promised myself I'd completely put the interior of this car together in one day. Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Full Blast Garage. On this one, we're just throwing everything we can at the Chevelle to get the interior done. I got headliner, seats, door panels, new steering wheel, new dash pad, essentially everything on the inside of the car is brand new. And I've already been chopping away at some of this stuff off camera so we can look inside there, but we still got a long ways to go. We might as well just put this thing on full blast. Make sure you do it on full blast. This has got to be the nastiest car I think I've bought in history. Don't think I've gotten one that was this bad on the inside ever. All right, let's do a quick catch 'em up course on where we've gone. So the bottom has been completely sound deadened, insulated. I'm in it for a little bit of sound, but mainly heat. I don't want all the heat off that big block coming on me. I've pulled the steering wheel. I've test fit the new one. Everything looks good. I'll have a horn, but yeah, she's a shell. I just kind of draped some fabric over there just to kind of give us a break, you know, so when you look through the trunk, you'll see black instead of the foam of the seat. But we got speakers, and man, I did a really, really poor job of installing a headliner in this car. I've done headliners before, but never one of these 5-bow ones. And I don't think I had spring clips strong enough to hold the fabric where I needed it to go. Because every time I just pull, it would pull my clip off that was holding my headliner where it needed to go. So, I mean, it's up here and it's not bagging, but it's not all pulled tight like it should be, you know? And we do have a dome light, it works, but yeah, this might be my last ever 5-bow headliner job without like the proper and correct tools. And I do have my sun visors mounted, my rear view mirror mounted, and we got all new weather stripping all the way around. We got outside, inside, everywhere. So our doors too, everything's new. Should seal up pretty good. I went ahead and replaced our door locks. So we got a new key, and I'll do the trunk lock last. I got one more video I want to do on this car of us kind of getting the exterior completed, all the engine wiring buttoned up, hood installed, and that done. But this is kind of where we're at on the interior. It's still pretty much a shell, but I've reupholstered the seats, and it was the absolute worst upholstery project I've ever tackled. All the seat frames were super rusted out, and lots of the hog ring attachment points were rusted, so I had to go through and drill holes, like spot holes, so I could have something to hog ring to, and it just doubled the time. And if any of you guys have ever done upholstery work, it's very time consuming. Not super hard, but it just takes time to get it right. So the seats don't look bad. They're the best I could do with what I had to work with, but I mean, I'm proud of those way more compared to this headliner. That is sad. That is, you know, if I ever do anything to this car, I'll buy a molded headliner or get someone to fix what's in there if that's possible. But yeah, make sure you got good tools if you're going to tackle one of these bow headliner jobs. Well, let's go ahead and grab the carpet that goes in the back. I need to put that down before I get the door panels, side panels, package tray cover, all that. So I'm gonna grab the carpet. All right, I think I got this oriented right. So we have no seat belts or anything we're putting in the back. I don't know, is this right? This might actually go way up here. Yeah. So we don't have any carpet, which is good. Kind of cuts down on your square footage you got to cover. But if you guys are buying these carpet kits, spend the extra and get you a molded one, because you're gonna want it, I promise you. I mean, even the molded ones, you can kind of see I'm working it in. I got some scissors here. We're gonna need to trim along where the console mounts and our seats and everything else. So here we go. We're getting started. Let me work on this for a little while and get it trimmed a little more to fit and give you guys an update. All right, after some trimming and getting all the holes aligned and exposed, we got rear carpet in. I'm gonna grab package tray. We're gonna start working top down. We'll go package tray, door panels, then those little side metal panel things, back seat. Get all that stuff in, then we'll start tackling the front. All right, package tray going in. This one kind of is not the greatest because it's supposed to have speaker holes, but it does not. So we'll see how much it muffles my audio, which wouldn't be great, but are you supposed to trim this to fit? Or is it supposed to like bend on the ends here? Feel like I'm gonna break something. Okay. Guess I will. Oh wait. It's perforated looking here on the end. Is it supposed to bend? That would make sense. Never put one of these guys back in. I've always just ran without them, but we're putting so many miles. I'd like to get as much sealing and sound deadening, blocking, whatever as possible. All right, so I think maybe once you're bent up, you're good. And it just sits down in the channel here. Okay, making more sense. See, when you have essentially nothing to disassemble off the old car, or the car when you start, you don't have a lot to go off of. And this guy still isn't exactly laying flat. I think I might have to get a little creative here, because it's still not super happy wanting to lay here. So there kind of really is no channel over here for anything to lay in. There's a little on this side. I think I'm just gonna trim those guys off, call it a day. All right, next, we got our brand new door panels. We will have to punch a hole in this guy. That's not lining up. Oh, that's a hole down there. New. Okay. So it's a little funky on the inside. Don't want to pop anything through just yet, but gotta mark. That guy is correct. So we're gonna have to pop through. Man, I guess. This thing rides pretty high. So far, not the greatest fit, but I think we're gonna be able to make it work. All right, let me grab something to drill this guy out with, and we'll go ahead and poke our window crank through. I think we kind of got everything on this guy about as aligned as it's gonna be. Might have to do a little trimming here, but things might get a little straighter once we actually poke the hole through. Oh. This thing's already pretty perforated. That's nice. I could feel it like go straight through. See if we can just barely cut through the vinyl. It's working. It's thick. Just kind of go slow on this, guys. You just bought a new part. You don't really need to jack it up the first time you do anything to it. Put some miles on it first, then mess it up. Let your kids color all over it. Something like that. Make it worth it. All right, so you can pull that cardboard out from the back. I'm still just trying to see if I can get all the cardboard out. There we go. So you kind of want everything pretty well aligned where it needs to be. Okay, crank handle through. All right, I guess I'm gonna look, see if we got any attachment points I need to hit, but boy, she's tight. It's gonna be tight just getting the handle on. All right, well, wish me luck. All right, I totally skipped. You need to, before you put your door panel on, put this little piece of side trim on that kind of clips to the side of the car here. And I was going to put this guy on, and I'm like, nah, there's no way you could get to that if you already have that on. So let's see if we can get this guy lined up. I mean, at least in the neighborhood of where it was. I mean, that looks pretty right. It seemed like a lot of the bolt holes and stuff were kind of stripped out on this guy. I don't know if this car has been apart. That's not big enough. I don't know if this car has been apart before or it's just that rusty. Those really aren't doing anything. Nope. All right, let me go find some bigger screws. Bigger self-tappers. So you got to mount these guys here in the front. And then you got some mounts here that'll go through the door panel. So again, self-tapping. Found larger screws and everything and got the self-tappers to work. Just got to tap us a new hole. There we go. She ain't going nowhere. Now I'm getting the back mounted. I'll take care of the other side. We'll drop the seat in. All right, got all that done. Let's go ahead and toss on the upper part of the rear seat. And this guy is fiddle string tight. Boy, I thought I was gonna have to get some help doing this one. It was so tight. But I was able to kind of muscle through it and get it in. So you want to hang it on the hooks. Just kind of slowly work her down. Everything's going to be super tight with this new fabric, new foam, everything else, but Man, compared to how this boy looked when I started, man, this thing looks 1,000 times better. The whole top was gone. Frame was pretty much rusted out. The foam was so nasty, I had to throw it away. There was no saving that guy. Needs to go a little bit to the right. I go get my bolts. These guys have bolts down here at the bottom. Bolt the seat in, and then I'll grab bottom rear and we'll stab this guy in here. All right, back seat coming in. This is the only piece of original foam I reused, and hopefully that doesn't haunt my nightmares, because everything else was really smelly. This one wasn't too bad, and honestly, guys, I'd rarely ever recover rear seats, just because in these muscle cars and stuff, they don't ever end up getting used. Oh. Can't do some tucking with our carpet down here. But got one side. No, it's not all the way in. All right, grab the other side. We can pan down so you can actually see the bottom. All right. There she be. You can see in a tiny bit of shielding through there, the sound deadener. I can live with that. I got a little bit of carpet over there. I need to figure out a way to tuck that guy up or glue it down. Nothing's really set in stone yet. I should be able to pull her back a hair to get it tucked a little better, but back seat done. Think we ought to go ahead and lay the front carpet in. Been kind of avoiding that. All right, been getting all the front carpet dialed in, and I wanted to mount the console. I'm using like essentially 4 of the mounts. There's 2 here that have like a plastic cross bracket. The front guy, she's just gonna dangle there. And then there's 2 that go through the console here. So we're gonna run these guys through and have those other 2 in the front. And that's it. All right, let me grab correct socket. It's 5/16, not 3/8 on those self tappers. That guy's in. Don't think it's going anywhere. Didn't feel like we hit the drive shaft, so plus. She's sturdy. She ain't going nowhere. And this thing, the console part of it's pretty much useless because this thing won't pop. But just jam a little screwdriver in there, you can get her open every time. I'm gonna go ahead and screw my little light panel on back here because this thing actually works. Shocking. All the lights actually work on this console. All right, I'm gonna get this guy on. Get these little, I don't know, panels that have the gears on it, and the little chrome job, get all that on. And then, I don't know, we got kick panels to put on, and we're getting there. It's coming along. Well, here she be, all installed. So This rig, you definitely have quite a bit of room, the front of the console, to hang an AC unit right in the middle. So I commented on that on the last video. I didn't show anybody that, but you do have quite a bit of room in these GMA body cars, even if you're running a console. Let me grab, I guess, a kick panel, get that guy installed, and see where we go from there. All right, one kick panel installed with a fake speaker vent looking thing. I don't know. There was a speaker installed, but I took it out and it was in pieces. Of course, nothing else will mount back in that spot. And you just kind of work it into the seam here, attach it to the side of the car. She's bueno. Think I'll go ahead and tackle the other side, and then I'm going to grab the sill plate for this side and go ahead and run the sill plate here, get that done. Man, we almost got a whole interior. We just got dash, steering wheel, front door panels, which saving the best for last, I think. All right, I got my sill plate on this side. They're not directional. There's no passenger or driver on these sill plates, so I'm gonna attempt to use screws provided. And not self-tappers. We'll see. See how far these get me. There's a real good chance I'll be self-tapping this, because boy, were all those screws rusted out. You don't want to go crazy on this one because you can dent it. Just kind of snug it up. At this point, you just don't want it to be rattly. That's really it. Get it where it's flat. You snug it up real tight, you'll dent it, and it kind of looks like crap. All right, just have my gun set pretty low. It's tight on the carpet. That guy could probably use a little bit more. It's snapped a little bit further onto the trim right here. All right, passenger sill plate, check. Yeah, I still got an empty door panel here. Waiting on that, and we're gonna tackle the other sill plate, at least I am. Won't film it. And then maybe it's dash time. Let's do dash maybe next, and doors for last. Doors or steering wheel, I don't know. But this thing's almost got an entire new interior. We're almost there. All right, so you got to transfer over your old clips. So the ones on the end, and I guess you can buy those, guys, if you don't have any kind of dash at all to begin with. Just trying to loosely get her in here, not damage anything. Oh, this guy is not anywhere near as brittle as what you're accustomed to working with here. All right, just want to make sure. Sure I get my mic for my Bluetooth phone calls that I'm sure I'll be doing, and then the GPS. Oh yes, this guy, that needs to be on top. Trying to get it in a spot where the latch will not pinch it, and I'll be able to glue it sometime down the road. But She's facing straight up. She'll be able to get the satellites Elon Musk put up in the sky for me. Just trying to be careful. This was one of the more pricier items. If I remember correctly, it's been a while since I bought all this stuff. And I've heard good and bad things about whatever these kit. Well, it definitely sounded like something fell. Those clips are kind of on with hopes and dreams, I'm not gonna lie. So one of those might have left the chat, but I think we'll be safe without it. Really just want to be able to have my GPS up here. Kind of don't care about anything else. Man, I'd say excellent fit. Let's take a look at it here. I don't know how well you can see it, but she's just snapped in right now. Fit looks pretty good. I mean, there's hair, bit of a gap there. Once we start running our screws in, maybe it'll suck it down, but honestly, anything's better than what we had, so not gonna be real complainy. Think we're good. And GPS, it'll be able to see whatever I can see, so that'll work. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and shoot the screws in the bottom here, hold the dash pad on, and we'll keep moving. All right, let's go ahead and wrestle a seat in. And this seat frame was totally smoked, rusted out. Whoop. And I just scabbed it together as well as I could and put new foam on it. So it's the best I could do with what I had. Oh, camera took a spill. Sorry about that. All right, well, I'm gonna get this guy mounted up. You can get kind of a better look at it. And then, I don't know, we'll keep moving. It's been a long day. Driver's side in, seat belts, went ahead and did that while the seat was out, because you ain't got a whole lot of access to the bolts there once the seat's in. So went ahead and took care of that. She's looking pretty good. Do a little view from the side here. But man, this is the best I could do with what I was given. And they're not perfect, but they're good enough. It'll work. And they're sitting high. My head's pretty close to the ceiling, so we need some break-in for sure before Poverty Tour. I'm gonna go ahead and do the passenger side, get that buttoned up, and then move on to the next thing. Well, got the garage closed because it's dark. Man, I had to kind of jump ahead, but I'm getting the door panel on, all the bolt holes and everything lined up, even with the aftermarket armrest. And she's pretty sturdy. Got to get the window crank on. Got to run some self-tappers around the perimeter. The good ones, the ones with the large head that don't look stupid when you got a brand new door panel. Something like what they had on the factory. But yeah, one door panel down. I'm gonna tackle the horn and call it a day. But let me finish this guy up, then we'll start on the horn. All right, last task. Oh, lost a screw. And then I can go to bed. Promise myself I completely put the interior of this car together in one day. Of course, it ended up being way more things than you really realize. This is how projects go. Living the project life. All right. Last thing that goes on. Woo! Man. Will it go on though? It did have this on at one point, so I know it does fit. Trying to walk it on. All right, I'm gonna mess with this, get it snapped on. I'll plug in the battery, make sure we still got horn activation. Well, it goes on much easier if you just pay attention. Those prongs are actually the horn button go on the inside of those. I was trying to wrap it around, walk it on. Nope, never gonna work. But let's plug the battery in, see if we got horn. Bet we do. Maybe. Okay, so we are live. We shouldn't have to key on or anything. Horns got power all the time. Woo! Oh yeah, and that is an incredibly, insanely loud motorcycle horn that I found on Amazon that is just hilarious. I was gonna do some sort of weird sound or something, but I just thought the really high-pitched, insane motorcycle horn be the way to go on Poverty Tour. But man, this is the entire interior complete of our Poverty Tour Chevelle. And if you guys had been here since the beginning, you would know this thing has come a very, very, very long way. And yeah, headliner, I think the lights actually accentuate how bad it is, but it's not sagging, at least. Won't be on our heads, and maybe it'll kill a little bit of noise. I don't know. I'll have to eventually redo that. Probably get, honestly, someone else to redo it. But let's take a look at it from the passenger side. Got a little bit more light over here, maybe. I'm working in the dark pretty much, folks. I mean, if you didn't see the outside of it and you just saw the inside, you'd probably think, man, that's a pretty dang nice 72 Chevelle. Nope. Nope. Total junk. 2,500 bucks. Facebook Marketplace motor with a cam in it. We got, I don't know, just a pole barn rebuild on the engine. Like, that's it. We put gaskets and I dingle balled the cylinders. But next episode, outside and under the hood, clean up all the wires, loom everything, make sure nothing touches anything hot. Get it, the hood on it. I'm gonna mate the inner and outer structure of the trunk together, so we'll have one instead of two. And the outside, I got some headlights and parking lights to fix, and it's not really that much. So it's gonna be a pretty quick video. Let's go ahead and take the power off. I don't know what I got going on in there after everything I've done today, and I'm really tired, so who knows. But man, really happy with this. Well, I just want to thank everyone for kind of hanging out. This was an entire day for me. So I've been out in the shop all day, and I got essentially the entire interior of a car put together in it, and it looks okay-ish. Headliner kills me, but everything else is fine. It's passable, and it's something you can ride in for 3,500 miles and be pretty comfortable. But yeah, just want to thank everybody. Hope y'all are enjoying the Chevelle. Oh, train. Well, longest train ever finally passed by. But as I was saying, I hope you guys are enjoying the Chevelle. This is our poverty tour ride. We're committed. Unless something catastrophic happens, I'm still going on the tour. I'll just drive something else, but this is the ride. Last year, I made a plan with the Trans Am, followed through. It happened. Hoping the same thing happens this year. But hope you guys enjoyed it. Next episode, we'll be working on the exterior, getting the engine buttoned up. And that's it, man. I'm driving it, putting about hopefully 1,000 miles on it before we hit the road. So if you could, please like, comment, subscribe. Any interaction with our channel helps a bunch. We're really small, and anytime any of you guys interact with us, it gets us put in front of more eyes. So I really appreciate that. We're growing and we're happy about it. So I hope you guys are happy to watch also. Until you see me again, just go out, do something that makes you happy. Make sure you're doing it on full blast. I'll see y'all later.